What's up, guys? Good evening. Good evening. It is Friday night, baby. Time to do a little hang and draw. Oh, lads up. Lads up. Excuse me. Lads up. All lads up. What's up, guys? It is time to do a little sketching, man. A little drink and draw. Let's see where everybody's at tonight. All adds up. What's up, Cameron? What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Time to work on some new stuff here. Do. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good evening. What's up, Nick? What's up, Richard? Hope you guys are having a great evening. Oh, so what's everybody got going on this evening? Let's see, how do I want to do? Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. What's up, guys? Say hello, hello. Ah, a little rain tonight, huh? We could definitely use some rain here, that's for sure. Yeah, this is another character from my upcoming book, Cycle of the Blood Moon. This is one of the angels, Angelique. Angelique, I think it's one of the coolest names. No, we'll do it like that. But yeah, Angelique. I don't know exactly how I want to do her stuff just yet. God dang it. I'm mashing too hard. So I know I wanted to kind of do like that, but I still got to figure out because I want it to kind of be a mixture of armor, and then elegance with like just a beautiful flowing styles like dress. Um, light girls, and I'm alone. Stand. It chills me to the bone. What's up, Danny? Ah, cool. Well, be safe. And you ran. Yeah. Right on my hands. Yeah, one black is on the river. It's on the don't be much. Now, how do I want to do her? How do I want to do her wings also? Because yeah, blue on black. Now, I don't want to do the spikes because that gives it a bit more of a demon feel. Let's see. Lies in between. And ye undone. This is around the tip of your tongue. Yeah, blue on black. You back. Yeah, blue on black. Damn, how do I want to do that? On black is on the river. Don't be much. Damn, how do I want to do that? Because I want a mixture. I mean, I know. I know. I know I want her arms wrapped like that classic, you know, um, leather strap kind of, you know. Like that, Um, appreciate it, David. Thank you. Yeah, I finished that one last night. This is another character, Angelique. Um, that's from the same book. She's one of the angels. I need my other pencil. Where's my other pencil? Need more. Damn. I'm gonna have to get me one of them damn magnifying glass things where I can see shit. Sorry for a second. I'm trying to get in here close so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry about getting my head in the way. She's in the lighter pencil to create some mid gray tones, just kind of give me an idea where I'm going with this thing. Excuse me. I'm not even sure if you can see that, but let's see. On fire, no one can see me but you. with you. Feel this way. Forgetting to do. I love you. Good thing to say. Out this way. Good thing to do. Yeah, something like that, maybe. What's up, guys? Say hello. Say hello. Don't be snobby now. What's up, Cam? This is from Cycle of the Blood Moon. Also, I've got to get a lot of these characters fleshed out. This is Angelique. She is one of the angel characters from the book. Thank you, man. Yeah, I am too. I'm super excited. Um, I'm definitely excited. Do I want to do that on the ankles also? Do I want to do that? Hmm. This one's hard to figure out because I can't decide. I want a mixture of warrior with elegance and hmm. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Thank you, thank you. Damn, do I want to? Cheers to everyone. Or do I want to use gauntlets? Man, I'm so torn about this one. Um, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with armor style boots and armor style shoulder pads and gauntlets. So we're going to go with so those will be under there, but we're going to go with there we go. We're going to go with that type of armor. Hopefully you can see that. What's up, George? Not much, man. Just working on this character design for one of the characters for Cycle of the Blood Moon. I've got to get all this character design stuff finalized. I didn't do a whole lot of the character design stuff um, for Psycho Sal. You know, I just kind of basically designed Psycho and then I designed the lead FBI agent. Description wise, and that was kind of all I did with that. Oh, dropped my pen. Thank you, thank you. There we go. All right. So, and then on the boots, we're going to go. Okay. So, what do you guys got going on? The next Kickstarter is actually next Wednesday. Psycho Sal issue number 5 goes into Kickstarter next Wednesday. So make sure you guys are ready for that. Like I mentioned, there are going to be things. There's going to be some things on that Kickstarter that are limited quantity stuff. So damn sure don't sleep on it. Yeah, we'll go with something like that. Ooh, I got the hiccups now. But yeah, there's some things on the Kickstarter that are going to be one-offs. Um, they're going to be like one of one. What's up, on Andrew? So yeah, damn sure do not miss the opening of that Kickstarter. We're planning for it to go live on noon on next Wednesday, noon Central. But there's going to be specialty covers on this Kickstarter that we've never done on any of the other Kickstarters that are going to be limited one of one. That comes double signed, that come numbered, that comes with COA. Oh, I'm just drinking some Smirnoff stuff. I can't stand the taste of beer, so I'm drinking Smirnoff. I didn't want to drink any type of liquor. But yeah, there's going to be some things on there that are, like I mentioned, that are limited to one of one. Then there's going to be some things on there that are limited to um, um, that are limited to like only 3 in existence. Yeah, it's this one's going. There's no doubt about it. This one, Psycho Sal number 3 is going to be a huge one. It's the largest Kickstarter we've done so far with specialty covers. I mean, there's stuff in there that's like gold foil, like gold embossed style letters. A little bit of throwback to classic, late '90s, early 2000. You know those embossed covers. that we used to see that we hardly see very often anymore. So we're going to have a little bit of that. We're going to have, I feel like that boot is too thick looking. There we go. I like that a little better. Yeah, there's going to be things on this one. Like I said, these embossed style covers, these gold style die cut things and stuff like that. So it's specialty covers. Yeah, no problem, man. And also, we're bringing back, of course, the fan favorites of the Slaughter Pack. But we're also last Kickstarter we started doing the Psycho Sal cosplays tier also. So we're bringing that back for this Kickstarter that has the actual full Psycho Sal cosplay costume in the box. And there's only like 3 of those on the Kickstarter that has the mask, the rain poncho, the weapon, the voodoo card, the whole 9 yards that makes Psycho Sal. So yeah, we're doing a lot of really fun, things on this one. And then, like I said, with the variety covers and stuff, giving a lot of people some really cool options. We'll still have the all covers pack that'll have every cover A in it, all the trade dress covers, except for Ryan Kincaid's, that won't be in the all cover pack because he's the featured artist on the Kickstarter. So he'll have his own, all cover pack for his covers. So yeah, dude, this one's going to be over the top. Yeah. This is the largest one we've done. Like I said, with variety, choices of different tiers, different add-ons, different types of covers, one-offs, and one of 3 that'll, and those books will never be reprinted in that style. So, and then we're also doing something different with the tiers too. That's why I need you guys 100% to show up and show out on this next Kickstarter, because I'm tired of hearing people tell me that horror comics can't break 10K, can't break 15K. And I think it's laughable because hearing them say that, because if I'd have done Psycho Sal like any other Kickstarter from the get-go, we would have been breaking 10K. I mean, we were doing $6,000 Kickstarters off of $6 and $8 books, $50 all cover packs and things like that. So we were already kind of proving them wrong in a sense, because had we price matched what other Kickstarters in our lane of popularity were doing, we would have broke 10K. So it's kind of funny hearing them, some people make those comments, but I'm kind of sick of it. So I want to see you guys show up and show out on this next one, which is why I've put a lot more money. I've put a lot more money in this next issue of Psycho Sal than probably any Kickstarter floating around. And that's not a, bragging thing. That's just fact. I spent more money on some of the interior stuff. Spent more money on the guest cover artists coming on board. We got Sean Forney, we got Ken Hunt, we got Ryan Kincaid, we got Anna Zul. So we got we stepped the game up some more on the featured, the guest cover artists, which always costs more money. We've got a brand new colorist on this issue from the last 4. We got a brand new colorist that'll be with us from issues 5 through 10. And the color palette that this person's using for Psycho Sal is gorgeous. So we upped the game a little bit there. We gave Marcelo a little bit more time to do the interior art. So he brought a little bit different style to this next issue. So it kind of upped the art game a little bit also by him having a little more time to do the art for the interiors. And then, of course, like I said, all the cover artists, we got 2 first ever on Psycho Sal. We got our first ever cosplay cover by Ivy Cosplay, who her and her husband absolutely killed her cosplay of Sarah Dinks. That's a first on Psycho Sal. Then we also have the first ever Naughty cover by me on the Kickstarter. And and then we like I said, we brought on Ryan and these others, and everybody swung for the fences. They absolutely, excuse me, I got the hiccups. They absolutely killed the colors on it, so they definitely, in my opinion, brought their A games. So yeah, I'm beyond ecstatic about you guys seeing this. Again, having a lot of firsts on this Kickstarter, but also up in the game. Like at the end of the day, I think I will personally be into this Kickstarter about between $5 and $6 grand on creating it. So I need you guys to show up and show out. But we're doing something, we're doing some cool stuff with the stretch goals. We're going to be revealing all the stretch goals from the get-go. Instead of just revealing them as we got close to each one. We're going to show them all from the get-go. And I'm praying to God we can hit a $20,000 stretch goal, because if we hit 20 grand, every single physical backer of the Kickstarter gets a Psycho Sal t-shirt. Every single backer. And that's not cheap. So like we're trying to go above and beyond with every aspect of this book, for the fans to really have some cool stuff. So we shall see. We shall see. But I'm praying to God we can hit that 20K mark. But the only way that happens is with you guys. You got to show up and show out, man. You got to help push it, promote it, share it. We need as much love from you guys as we can get. We will definitely need it. Like I said, I swung for the fences big time on this one. Hold on. What we got? I don't know. I'm a big guy. I'm right at 6'3", and I weigh about 60 pounds. I'm a big dude, but I wish I could, I thought about doing that full-blown cosplay cover, but I would rather have someone that's a bit bigger than me, because in the book, Psycho Sal's like 6'5", almost 300 pounds. He's massive. He's a freight train. So I don't know. I would love to kind of do that just to have some fun with it. But like I said, I kind of want to find someone that's a bit bigger than me. So we shall see. We shall see. How do I want to do these wings? God, feathers. Oh, feathers are such a pain in the ass. Why am I doing angels? Why am I doing angels? But yeah, we got some really cool stuff. Like I said, plan for the stretch goals. We just got to hit them. We just got to hit them. I need everybody to show up and show out, man. I'm tired of hearing. I know I shouldn't give a shit what other people's got to say about stuff, and for the most part, I don't. I try to block out a lot of that naysaying bullshit, because you do get a lot of it in this industry. Especially if you're doing well, you get a lot of people want to chime in with some negative shit. But I definitely would love to see us hit, that 10, 15, 20K marks on the Kickstarter, just to kind of laugh in some people's faces. But like I said, I can't do that without you guys. I need you guys to show up and show out. But yeah, we'll have the normal sketch options on there. I'm even going to, for you hardcore collectors, I'm going to throw in, a couple of Psycho Sal original inks to cover one of the covers of 1 through 5. I just don't know which one yet. I'm going to throw that, not throw it in, but I mean, it's going to be a tier on there to where you can buy the original. The original inks, 11 by 17 inks to one of the covers. I just don't know which one I'm going to put on there yet, but. We shall see. We shall see, man. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Do I got it on? Let me see if I still have it saved on here. Yeah, so like here's my cover for issue number 5. An homage to that, what was it, Batgirl 41 or something like that. If this is true or dream, sign that feels strange. Upsbury. On me. Words to will. I must heal. So yeah, that's my cover, and then of course the naughty version of it. This is Ryan Kincaid's cover, which God, I like. I mean, I've seen tons of people draw Psycho Sal, and I haven't seen a single one yet that I liked more than my versions. But Ryan, oh my God, the face that he put on Psycho Sal. I mean, even though it's the face I've drawn, for the character, the way he did it, his style is freaking badass, man. I love the way he did that. And you know, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I'm super stoked, man. I'm super super stoked about this. Um, I mean, even this young lady that's in this photo. I mean, she's like, you know, almost she's like right at 6 feet, and I mean, so she's got some height on her, and even Psycho Sal is still, taller than her. So that's why I kind of want to try to find someone that's big. Yeah, Ryan did great on his cover. Absolutely killed it. And I'm not 100% sure, but that might be Ryan's first horror cover. I mean, I'm not 100% sure of that, but so I definitely need Ryan's fans to show up and show out too. So we'll see, man. We'll see. You know. Try to push some of these lines back a little. This President me. Let's see. So yeah, man, it'll be interesting. Like I said, this is a big one. This is a big make or break kind of situation. You know what I mean? So we shall see, man. Hopefully everybody will show up. Yeah, yeah, me too, man. I'm super excited for everybody to get to see everything. McLean is working on the Kickstarter as we speak, and like I said, we're hoping to kick it off around midday on on Wednesday. So we shall see, man. We shall see. Excuse me. Pardon-moi. Something like that, I guess. Maybe. Man, I don't know how I want to do her wings. All right, brother. Have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out. It feels like and so far away. Feels it feels like you've gone away. Maybe something like that. I was on your grave. I still care. Do I want to do it like that? From me, reaching the sky, all out your name. I admit let's see. Hmm. Hmm. What it is. All right, what about that? Does that look like that might work? Huh. Hmm. Maybe that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, maybe something like that. Um, yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Now comes all the tedious. Drawing of the wings, the feathers, rather. but I'll do that maybe tomorrow or something. It's like 8 o'clock. Excuse me, Jesus. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna stick with the people. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the people that make all this stuff flow. Um, yeah, I'll McLean will definitely be handling lettering and project manager stuff, and um, I don't know if Chris is going to be writing anything on this book. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet because he's got a lot of projects that he's also trying to kick off. Um, and so I don't know yet. Uh, I think Lori is wanting to do some writing on this series. I think she had mentioned something about wanting to do it. And then everyone else I'll just kind of get with as we get a little closer. Because I still got to work out a good bit of the detail before I start pulling people in. Like I've got the overall premise of what's supposed to be happening, but I need to, kind of really flesh more stuff out. I need to get all the characters profiles written. I need to get the entirety of the story concept kind of written out with my notes. Like I said, I'm doing these profile pieces, to kind of have a bit more of a visual aid for the story. So, but yeah, it'll still be a Charter Comics book. I'll still have Chris and them on the project in different facilities or facilitating certain areas and things like that for sure. I'd love to have Chris write because this book here, like I don't even exactly know how many issues this book will be. I'm kind of aiming for 10, but this is a much bigger universe than just Psycho Sal book being in New Orleans. Like this book here is a much bigger project. It's a lot more characters, in it. It's a lot more environment in it. We're dealing with Europe in early 1800s, and we're dealing. At one point we migrate to the U.S. and we're dealing with the southern states around New Orleans. In the early 1800s, also, there's going to be some backstory that's dealing with, like the 1600s. So this one's a much huger task and concept than what Psycho Sal was, or what Psycho Sal is. This one's got Jesus. I mean, we're dealing with werewolves. We're dealing with angels. We're dealing with witches. We're dealing with vampires. Like I said, like I mentioned, the other day, this book pretty much will consist of most of the things that go bump in the night. Most of the campfire story, myth and legends. So that because of the story concept and the concept or the idea of this, this Lycan blood god being so massive, and it dealing with a storyline that's much larger on a grand scale. I don't even know if I can fit it in. I really don't know if I can fit it in 10 books. Um, there's part of me that thought about doing two different books. One book kind of being told from the Lycans, the lead character in the Lycan clan, his perspective, and then a second book that's from uh, the werewolf clan. I mean, the vampire clan. Um, but and then telling the same story, but it's like it's all the same story, but it's these elements of conversation and interaction and things happening that pertain to each house. And and then you kind of need both books in order to see what's going on. But that's a huge concept idea to tackle, and to put it out in a timely manner to where people can enjoy the book without waiting, a year between each book. Because I mean, we already bust our ass tremendously to get Psycho Sal out as fast as we do, and we're averaging about 2 months between each book, give or take, as long as we don't have no hangups. So we're averaging about 2 months, and that takes an immense amount of work from everybody involved to get that done. Not to mention upfront money to get it done that fast. And that's money out of my own pocket. Nobody's helping on that. You know what I mean? And then to try to tell this story, because if I could do it in a perfect world, I would be telling the exact same time frame, the exact same storyline, but you would be experiencing it from three different perspectives. But the books, it would be different perspective books. So like you would have like there would be like the storyline would consist of probably 10 books, but there would be the Lycans you know story involved in this war, and then there would be the vampire house that is involved in this same war, and then there would be the angel books that were involved in the same house. And that's extremely difficult to do in comic form. Like if I was doing a novel, I could sit here and do a 200 page 300 page novel and be able to tell this entire story from the Lycans perspectives, then bouncing over to the vampires perspective, then bouncing over to the angels and their dealings with this war, and it would be an insanely good novel. I wish I was a writer. I wish I was a writer, because I would love, love, love to tell Cycle of the Blood Moon in a novel form. Oh my God. God, I wish I was a writer. But because there's so much more to this story. Even though we're writing and developing Psycho Sal, kind of, it's being done in the format of a TV show, which is why it reads the way it reads. For those anybody wondering, why it's so different than any other comic book, really, because it's written in that format that it could be easily adapted to a TV show. Well, that's not that hard to do. I mean, it's hard to do in general, but it's not as difficult with a one character concept dealing with these three individual perspectives, around the same story. But when you're dealing with a book the size of Cycle of the Blood Moon, which, like I said, I'm not 100% sure I can tell this story in 10 books, because I need those moments where we go from the Lycans perspective dealing with this war over to this vampire's perspective, and some of the evil characters that are trying to make this blood war come true, because we've got an evil vampire who kind of believes the same way this Lycan did, that ended up being granted like godlike abilities and powers because of the witches, that humans were meant to be cattle and meant to be, they don't want to hide in the shadows, and they're the, they look at themselves as the evolutionary, primals, that they should be in charge. They should be running things. They should be using humans as cattle. And so, I got to be able to bounce over to their perspective, because you need to see where the bad guys that are trying to make this resurrection come true and why they're doing it. So I don't even know if I can do it in 10 books. I mean, this I really and truly, Cycle of the Blood Moon, it might quite possibly be like a 15 or 20 issue book, to be able to tell it proper. Because like I said, because they also have to deal with the angels, because there's angels, God isn't there anymore, in the sense he's not talking to anyone. And here you have the human population almost got wiped out once, by this Lycan blood god and these witches, and it was stopped, at a huge cost to the Lycan numbers and the vampire population that were trying to stop it from happening. And the angels stood by and watched that happen. But now you've got, since God hasn't been talking to angels, and now we're 200 years since the last time the war happened, and it's starting to look like it could happen again, the angels are concerned, because their teachings and their responsibility has always been to really to kind of protect mankind, even at a distance. That was what they were supposed to be doing. They were God's chosen, and the angels' responsibility were to protect God's chosen. And so now you got some of these angels that I want to tell their story, because you got some of the angels that are like, we're not supposed to interfere, we're just supposed to watch. And then you got some angels that are like, well, God's not giving orders anymore, like he hasn't been around for centuries. And our job is to protect. We have to step in to stop this from happening again. So I want to be able to tell their story too. So yeah, this one's going to be tough. Yeah, this one's going to be tough, because man, there's a lot of interesting characters, from the vampire house to the werewolf, the Lycan clan, to the angels. Like, there's some really cool characters I have planned for these events. Some characters. There's going to be some you're going to hate. There's going to be some that you're going to absolutely love, especially like Angelique. She is one of those that loves humanity with everything she has, and she's also been the angel that's delivered miracles at times to mankind. Then you're going to have the traditional Michael in the angel storyline, that is God's personal warrior and sword, who believes that that it's not their place to rescue mankind, it's their place to carry out God's will and God's judgment, and and things like that. And like I said, Angelique is she's very much in love with humanity. She's seen them at their best. She's seen them overcome incredible hardships and tragedies and rise above it. And so she's very much in love with humanity. She's in love with their potential, and to see things coming the way they're coming and the way they're starting to look, it breaks her heart to see that. So like I said, then you'll even see in this storyline, you'll even see Lucifer. He'll make an appearance at some point in this book, and that one may kind of catch you off guard a little bit, with how his character intertwines with the storyline. But you'll actually see a vampire named Barbos, who is actually a descendant of the Dracula character. So he's like 1,000 years old. So, you'll get to see a lot of really, really interesting characters in this one that I'm super excited about. Yeah, like I said, I wish I was a damn writer. God, I wish I was a writer because this storyline, like it would the true justice for it would be told in a novel. Um, I mean, I think I can get it told in a comic, but there's going to be a lot of things that'll be cut down, a lot of things that you may not get to see that I wish you could. I mean, there's even a flashback story. I'm going to try to figure out how to fit it in, but there's even going to be a flashback story where you see the fall of Lucifer. You'll see the battle between the angels in heaven when Lucifer tried to create his uprising and when Michael, fought him. So you'll see a flashback story that has to do with that. That I'm hoping I can figure out a way to get in the book. Um, yeah, this one's an epic storyline. Like I said, it's got a lot of moving parts to it. It's got a lot of interesting characters. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, I'm sure once I get everything written out and figured out and an overview done, I'm sure I can hire somebody that's a novel writer to turn it into a novel. I mean, yeah, there's no doubt. I'm sure I could probably do that. Uh and I may try to do that because like I said, I think the true story of this should be told in novel form. I really do. But we'll see. Like I said, the thing that's going to affect this one the most is how hard we finish out Psycho Sal. Because in order to do this type of book with as epic as it is, there's going to be a lot of upfront money, and it's not cheap. Like I said, on right now, on average, from issues 1 through 4, I was spending anywhere between 4 to 5 grand per book to have those books created, and that was before I ever recouped a nickel from Kickstarter from you fans supporting the books. Knock on wood. Thank God you guys showed up and supported him because oh my God, I'd have lost my ass if you guys hadn't. But in order to do this type of epic book, it's going to be a lot more money up front because of it being so involved. And that's going to depend on how we finish out these last 5 Kickstarters for Psycho Sal on how strong I can go with this. So that's, 100% on you fans. We've upped some of the prices on the Kickstarter. We've added some new packages and stuff that reflect the popularity and quality of the book. We kind of put ourselves on par with other Kickstarters that are in our lane of popularity. And even then, we're still cheaper than them, but we're a little closer in the price range for items on the Kickstarter. So hopefully everybody shows up and shows some love, man, because I want Psycho Sal to finish strong, but that can't happen if the fans don't show up. So we'll see. But anyway, guys, it is after 8. I think I'm gonna leave that as it is for right now because I still got to figure out exactly how I want to do those wings. It'd probably be easier if I just go with big feathers instead of these smaller ones. I'm going to look through some reference photos of angels and stuff like that and see different ways, that the wings have been depicted in art and figure out something that makes sense. But yeah, you guys just be ready, man. Next Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry. Next Wednesday. The Kickstarter goes live. You just be ready, guys. And keep in mind, the Kickstarter doesn't take the money from you right away. They collect it at the end of the 30 days when the Kickstarter is over. So do not be afraid to back that Kickstarter with the items you really want because you got 30 days to save the money to pay for your items. Don't be like some people in the past who thought they took the money immediately and then they didn't back certain tiers where they wanted these certain books, and then they missed out on those books because they sold out. Because there is a lot of stuff on this Kickstarter that is going to be one of three kind of scenarios, only three of it. And they are going to go stupid fast. So be ready for that. And if everything goes good, we're going to turn it on at like noon on Wednesday. So be ready. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. Hope you're having a great Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and chit-chatting for a little while. Keep your eyes open for Cycle of the Blood Moon. These are two of the main characters from the book. So be ready. Yeah. I wanted to have it done today, but we're trying to make sure everything's perfect. So we're tweaking a couple things. And like I said, we added some new stretch goals and stuff like that. So we're just trying to make sure that it is just over the top badass. But yeah, you guys have a good night. Appreciate it, Cameron. See you guys later. Take care.